Hello and welcome to Sacred Podcast. I am your host, Truth Lives. Today I'm not joined by anybody, and we have no guests. There is no outline. Nothing really got done this week due to my wife and I are going to go see her parents this weekend, and Kai is more than likely going to be working this weekend, so we ended up not doing a podcast together. So what you're going to hear from me is some quick little tidbits of the TWAB reading. I'm going to read the TWAB for you guys, let you guys get the TWAB, and as well as some information about it, and some of the things that have been changing, some updates from Bungie themselves, tweet-wise, and I'm going to mention some more other gaming news as well for you guys. So we'll get right into this TWAB. So this week at Bungie, Hawkmoon is back on the menu. The new Harbinger activity went live this week to accompany the Hawkmoon exotic quest. Like a proverbial peanut butter and jelly, you can now finish the new activity to earn your catalyst to add some extra spice to Hawkmoon. The new activity also lets you earn random rolls, so you can start hunting for the perfect one to fit your style. Play the tape. There's a video that they've got showing off the really cool perks and things. Currently, let me go pull up my... I believe I've got it somewhere. I can't remember where I found it at. Crap. So sorry, guys. This is, again, it's very rushed and it wasn't part of the plan, but, things happen, I guess. Just currently looking up the Hawkmoon's catalyst because it's not listed on LightGG. Even if you have the catalyst, it doesn't state what the catalyst does. So that's one thing I'm trying to do real quick. There it is. So, Hawkmoon's Catalyst gives Hunter's Trace, which increases magazine size, which makes it, I think it goes 8 to 13 or something like that. Close to that, I can't remember. Grants increased weapon handling, reload speed, and weapon range based on the number of stacks of paracausal charge you have, which is beautiful. It's great, makes it so nice, and so easy to do some things with. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that they did state, let me see if I can find it. To complete the catalyst, you have to get 700 kills with Hawkmoon, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but it shouldn't be too easy either. So that's definitely something you want to do. That 700 kills, I don't know if it's a guarantee 700 kills or not. According to Low Light, that was the information that they had for completion of the Catalyst quest. Catalyst, I think is what it was, in the Triumph section. So there's that. So it just depends on how things go, but for that, it's pretty nice. Completing the Hawkmoon Catalyst from the Harbinger activity will not only bring your winged weapon to its full potential, but also upgrade the Bungie Reward long sleeve shirt for purchase. This Hawkmoon-inspired shirt is the latest seasonal offering available on your Bungie Rewards page. So there's some pretty good stuff, especially since the Harbinger mission came out. I know they have a really cool t-shirt related to the 15-minute Triumph emblem that's out there. It looks pretty cool, so definitely want to check that one out. So, now, going into the next section, it's called Sticking Around. As we have mentioned in the past, we are moving to make seasonal content stick around longer to reduce the amount of FOMO, otherwise known as fear of missing out, in Destiny 2. Our goal is to help players experience narrative beats and activities even if they start playing later after the season has ended. Here's a look at what's sticking around from the Season of the Hunt until the end of Year 4. So this will be on until the end of Year 4, which is great. So, story missions will be able to be launched from a node in the Director, which is pretty cool. Wrathborn Hunts are staying. Adored Quest will continue to be available. The Crow's vendor screen on the Tangled Shore will still be there. Hawkmoon Exotic Quest and Master Activity, meaning the Harbinger activity that just came out. And Seasonal Seal and Warden title. Seasonal Seal must still be earned by the deadline on Bungie Rewards page due to an issue blocking the Triumph. We will be adjusting the deadline. So there was a Triumph that was unlockable this week. They just patched it today, to be honest with you. I will tell you what that exact Triumph was and how to earn it. So there's that. Here are a few things that will no longer be available at the end of the season. Crow's bounties, so bounties are going away. Messages from the field, seasonal artifact, and season pass. Kind of makes sense. So they state shifting to keep more of this content around after the season has ended. Wow. after the season ended, has created some weirdness for Season of the Hunt, which was initially designed assuming the old model. This is why Crow is still hanging around in Spider's lair right after being unceremoniously kicked out earlier in the season. You may see other anomalies involving Crow in Season 13, as he'll be moving to a new destination while also remaining on the Tangled Shore to enable Season of the Hunt content tied to his inventory. Season 13 should avoid these rough edges, as its content has been designed from the onset to remain throughout Year 4. So, this Season of the Hunt was created on the old model, and back when they must have shifted their entire design system to be staying longer than what it was, the 3 months or whatever it is. It must have been already a done process, and they were on the very final touches of it, and they're like, we can't change directions now, so we're going to go ahead and just shift it at the end. So that's some good information back for that. So another really cool thing is they're bringing back the Umbral Engrams. So they said Umbral Engrams are back. They're pretty insane. So back in 2020, Season of Arrivals introduced a new feature called Umbral Engrams, which allowed Guardians to focus rewards to the type of weapons and armor rolls that they most desired. The system was well received by the community, so we decided to do a little tuning and bring them back for Season 13, as well as future seasons in Year 4, so they will be going around for a while. While the new seasonal activity will always provide the fastest path to earning new rewards, we want to ensure that regardless of how you spend your time in Destiny, Umbral Engrams allow you to chase new rewards. Similar to Season of Arrivals, Umbral Engrams will drop from completing a variety of content. We have pared back the number of activities they will drop from, so you can focus on the following activities if you're looking to farm some Umbral Engrams. So, to get an Umbral Engram, you can earn Patrols, Strikes, Crucible, Gambit, The Ordeal, Public Events, The Blind Well, Nightmare Hunts, Exo Challenges, Empire Hunts, and the new seasonal activity. Note, Umbral Engrams also have a chance to drop from defeating enemies anywhere in the game. So even if you're not grinding the list of activities and playlists, you'll still be earning some Umbral Engrams. So I'm just hoping that they're not as high of a drop rate as they were last year. Last season. Last season. It was a bit too much, in my opinion. They dropped so much that I kept having to clean them out of my inventory because I couldn't pick up the prime engrams, which actually had some pretty decently high light as well that I wanted. So, just a thought, you may want to just kind of keep a track on that. I'm not sure exactly how the drop rates will work for this, so we'll see how it goes. You may notice fewer Umbral Engrams sitting in your inventory than before. While it was fun to watch Umbral Engrams rain down from players in Season 11, the drop rates were higher than expected, and so we are rebalancing the drop rate. There will be a short quest to show players how to use the new Prismatic Recaster. Read more about this below. To focus on Umbral Engrams. This quest is account-wide, so you only have to do it once. Beautiful. That's wonderful. The fact that I have to do it 3 times, it sucks. When I can do it just once, I can play any of my characters anytime and do this, which is great. So the Prismatic Recaster. The Prismatic Recaster returns as a kiosk with the capability of the capability to change Umbral Engrams into focused Umbral Engrams, which contain a smaller loot table, because Umbral Engrams are here to stay. The new Recaster will have different pages for each season, and you will be able to choose. Wow, my words, I can't even speak. And you will be able to focus engrams on the season of your choice. Once you have used the Prismatic Recaster to focus your engram, you will still need to take it to the Umbral Decoder to claim your new reward. Note, Season of the Hunt's Wrathborn rewards will not be featured on the Prismatic Recaster in Season 13, because players can still use the Wrathborn lure to chase specific weapons and rolls. So that's why it's not going to be in there. Anyways. Prismatic Lenses. We have a new way to unlock different focusing options for your Umbral Engrams through a new reward called Prismatic Lenses. A Prismatic Lens will unlock a new focusing option so you can target a narrower collection of gear and target a specific armor stat. You will be able to earn Prismatic Lenses by doing various activities in the game, and you can track your progress toward unlocking lenses at the Prismatic Recaster. We don't want to spoil everything though, so we'll let you discover how to start earning these in Season 13. I'm kind of glad that they're not like going to tell us everything. It's kind of nice. Does suck, but it is going to be nice when we can do that, you know. So next up, they've got Titles: A Gilded Age. One of the most satisfying feelings in Destiny is watching your list of completed triumphs fill up to unlock new seals and titles. We have some plans to further improve this feature and give you yet another way to flex on other Guardians in the tower. Here is the Triumphs design team with the details. So they're going to be updating some triumphs, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. So they said Triumph's design team says, "Hey everyone, welcome to a new year. We wanted to share a change coming to seasons, seals, and titles in Season 13. As I'm sure you've noticed, we've been shipping a Flawless and Conqueror title each of the last 3 seasons. We like the idea of rearranging with titles season over season, but we don't like the challenge and time commitment of doing the entire thing every season. So it's time to make a change. As always, we start with the goals, allow players to show off their engagement with the core rituals season over season, preserve the value of earning the base title, and decrease the amount of grind required season over season for players that want to earn them all. Starting with Season 13, if a player has completed the seal for one of our core ritual titles, Unbroken, Dredgen, Flawless, and Conqueror, players will have a series of additional seasonal objectives to gild that title. I think it's guild, right? I mean, spelling is not my thing. It's going to bother me now. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. It is not my English. Wow, Google is awful for this. I type in that word and it just takes me to a. No, I mean, I guess I'm pronouncing it right. It's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I am literally just losing my mind right now as I'm talking. Okay. But wait, what does guild mean? A series of seasonal objectives to guild a core ritual title, a new border around the seal and Triumph UI, a pip tracking how many times in your career that you've gilded a given title, a new color and symbol for the title over your head, so you can show off, of course. What do I have to do to gild a title? Once you finish the base seal and claim your hard-earned title, a list of optional seasonal objectives will be revealed. By completing these seasonal objectives, you will earn your guild for the season. I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. It does not seem right. I'm going to be real with you. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going because I'm already into it. What happens when the season is over? Each season, the optional gilding objectives will reset and may even change to fit the unique experience of any given season. All the base objectives of the title will be preserved, and your title will revert to its typical purple coloring. Which titles will be affected? The 4 core ritual trials, the Ordeal, Crucible, and Gambit, Flawless, Conqueror, Unbroken, and Dredgen. Feedback, please. These changes are a result of the constructive feedback we get from all flavors of players in the Destiny community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep that feedback coming, and happy Triumph hunting. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to be able to say I've earned Dredgen like 4 times now. I mean, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. It'd be really fun. Will I be grinding for it, focusing on it? Probably not. But, I mean, it's a cool concept. I mean, it gives us something else to do. It actually does. So, I'll definitely be messing with it, playing with it, earning as many triumphs as I can, and keeping track of it myself. Because I know it's not going to stay. Anyways, the next section is Guardian Giveaways. This week at the Bungie store is celebrating Guardians everywhere with the 3rd annual Guardian Giveaways contest featuring curated collection of Destiny gear, including prizes like the sold-out Beyond Light Collector's Edition, signed by the entire Bungie team. For a limited time, a variety of discounted merchandise bundles and a free gift with your purchase are available on bungiestore.com and eu.bungiestore.com. To enter, follow at Bungie Store on Twitter, retweet the current giveaway post, and add hashtag Guardian Giveaways. The contest ends January 30th, 2021 at 8:59 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Entries from the EU, UK, USA, and Canada, I'm assuming that's what CN stands for, only. See rules for excluded provinces and states. 18 plus to enter. Please see the official rules for more information. So, good to know. All right. Cool. Now, I don't have a problem with any of that. Do you guys have any problems with that? Oh man. I'm just kind of curious to know because if you have any problems, thoughts on the changes that they're making so far, and the addition of the new things, please let me know. Just let us know in the podcast section. That's what our Discord's for. We actually that podcast feedback section there, so we can discuss things and we can actually throw this into our podcast the week after week. If you want to discuss it with us, we can talk about last week's episode. We can talk about this week's episode. We can talk about all kinds of things. And when you do that, you can help us give us ideas for future show topics, all kinds of things. So please leave comments, leave messages. Just commune. Come on, join in the fun of podcasting with us. We would love to hear you guys' voice and be able to give you an option and the ability to do so. All right? Cool. Sorry, had to throw that in there. Small plug. All right. They continue on, going, knowing is half the battle. Now we throw it over to our esteemed player support team with updates on known issues and important topics. This is their report. Leaving soon. We are currently investigating issues surrounding the completion of certain triumphs related to the Wrathborn, the Warden title, and will adjust the code claim and seal pin purchase deadlines accordingly. We are currently investigating issues surrounding the completion of a certain triumph related to the Warden title. I've already said that twice. I don't know why I said it twice. Anyways. Dust and Echoes, almost 9 years ago, stats and files from our previous franchise, Halo, stopped getting updated on Bungie.net. Since then, all stats, files, and other data from Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ADST, and Halo Reach have lived on in remembrance at halo.bungie.net. On February 9th, the halo.bungie.net website will be taken offline permanently. Everyone is welcome to save their stats and files however they can, if they'd like to save anything. Please keep in mind that our news article forums and groups were imported into the current version of Bungie.net back in 2013. Additionally, personal custom Halo avatars that are currently used on Bungie.net will be removed on February 9th due to its functionality leaving on Halo.Bungie.net. We are exploring options to bring those back in some capability or capacity, but we would recommend saving them to your computer in the meantime. Known issues. So this is all the known issues here. We're investigating an issue with Sony where PlayStation users can't send invites through the companion app or Bungie.net. Now, for me being an Xbox guy, I have had issues with this, but then again, I don't use the app very often, but when I do, I have had issues with this. I've actually had to look up people's names and actually invite them personally using my Xbox account, not my Bungie account, which is annoying. The Light Seeker Triumph isn't unlocking after claiming all 5 feathers from the Harbinger mission. The Birds of a Feather Triumph is not unlocking when players complete the Harbinger activity when all players have the Hawkmoon equipped. That is that they have fixed that said triumph. That triumph should not be available to get. An urn, which is beautiful, and it's definitely one of those ones you want to do. Voice lines are not playing during the Harbinger activity. I would not notice. The black blight orbs left behind by the High Celebrate won't open portals if shot by sidearms, so don't use a sidearm. The High Celebrate will always show immune damage even with the Wrathborn buff active. The High Celebrate will still take the power at damage if the buff is active. This will be resolved in a future update. The Augment lockout timer occasionally resets during the final encounter against Taniks. Sometimes the wrong tether box gets tethered during the final encounter of the Garden Salvation raid. The plates in the puzzle room during the Shirochi encounter of the Last Wish raid sometimes won't work if a Titan, Warden of Dawn, or Warlock Well of Radiance touches them. They have more on their known list article as well. So that was it. They did close out the TWAB with, we know there are a lot of community conversations happening around the current state of the game. I don't want to lean too far into the we're listening meme, but it's 100% true that we take community feedback to heart and are absolutely considering community concerns and suggestions as we continue to evolve our plans for 2021 and beyond. Earlier this week, Assistant Game Director Joe Blackburn put out a tweet mentioning this and that we will give an update to the community with a deeper dive into the state of Destiny. And this is Joe Blackburn's tweet. If you want his account, it is at Joe Goroth, all lowercase, of course, because it's Twitter. But he states, last year I said I can't even read. Last year I said Destiny's best days are ahead. Seeing what's coming, I believe this more than ever. But we have work to do there to get there. 2021 is going to be a little different for Destiny. Taking some time to validate our plans, but expect a State of Destiny 2021 next season. We love Destiny, so after that they continue to read in the TWAB. We love Destiny 2 and love having the privilege to work on it. We're excited about some of the changes we have next season, and we'll have some more to lay out over the next few weeks as well. Thanks for playing. And that was from Cosmo. So they've got some pretty cool stuff going on with that. I don't know. Just leave your thoughts and comments in our podcast discussion. If you aren't a part of our Discord, please let us know. I mean, we do have in our show notes, there is a link to our Discord that'll take you directly to the Forsaken Brotherhood's Clan's Discord. And we would love to hear from anybody that wants to talk, discuss, all kinds of things like that. We're more than willing to do that. You may get a message from us stating, how did you hear about us? Just say you heard from the podcast and you joined from there. And we'll definitely get you figured out and get you all set up on our Discord. So without further ado, I will then go to the next topic, which is the Destiny 2 Update 3.0.2. This is everything that came out in the Tuesday patch, if you haven't read the patch notes. So, the combat patch notes, they read, abilities, fix an issue where Code of the Siegebreaker Path and Phoenix Cradle exotic can create invisible sunspots from stasis crystals. Good to know. Fix an issue where Flawless Execution had a delayed trigger. No idea what that is. Shadow Drive now has damage falloff versus unfrozen targets. Max range damage reduced from 50 to 5. Damage reduction during ability reduced from 50% to 25%. Whisper of Fissures reduced max to minimum damage versus non-super players from 42-22 to 30-4. Reduced max minimum damage versus super players from 42-22 to 16-2. Reduced detonation radius versus players from 10 meters to 9 meters. They next read as weapons. Fix an issue where Dragonfly could roll in the Cold Front submachine gun. It will be replaced with Swashbuckler. So good to know they're fixing that, because that was beautiful. Fix an issue where the Unrelenting perk was not triggering health regeneration. Good to know. I have a bunch of weapons with that, and I'm wondering why it's not working. Makes sense. Fix an issue where damage from the Deafening Whisper grenade launcher could not trigger the Abyssal Extractors perk on the Nezarec Sin exotic helmet. Did not notice that. Fix an issue where Cloud Strike hits on the Avidity Cage can do precision hits. Kind of curious to know if that DPS phase for Tanix has now changed due to that. Please, if you do know if it's changed or have noticed it, please let me know in the feedback discussion room. That'd be beautiful. I would love to know, because I don't have it, and I'd like to know if it's actually worth still using. Fixed an issue where the binary system ornament for Symmetry did not have enemy highlighting, and they fixed a bug where Mida Multi-Tools Catalyst wasn't dropping. Next, they read activities. They fixed Hive bosses, Anaha, Brood Queen, and Zillarox, not counting as high bosses, kills, and bounties. Fixed an issue that prevented some quest items from dropping in the Moon free roam activity. This prevented completion of several Essence quests, such as Essence of Rage, Essence of Insanity, and Essence of Servitude. Fixed an issue where the Champion's Reward banner, Platinum, Gold, etc., for Legend and Master Lost sectors wasn't until... Wow, they cannot write. Master Lost sectors until was only showing up once a player returned to orbit. Yeah, that's horrible English. Fix an issue where some players could not progress through the new light if they lose the Vala's gift. Good to know. Next, they read strikes. Fixed an issue where some players couldn't respawn if they died during the boss fight of the Inverted Spire Strike. Fixed an issue where a fire team could encounter other fire teams in Sorrow's Harbor and be unable to complete the Star of the Keep strike. Fixed an issue where players were not being notified that Grandmaster Nightfall was available. Fixed an issue where Grandmaster Nightfall timer was set to 30 minutes. Next, it reads Raids and Dungeons. Fixed a bug where Guard of Salvation Flaw's completion would fail to reward the inherent Precision Triumph. Fixed an issue in the Guard of Salvation raid where players could backtrack from the boss checkpoint to complete the first encounter again for rewards. Wish I would have known that, because that would have been nice. Fixed a bug where Taken Scions would replicate too rapidly in some Prophecy Dungeon encounters. Do you mean all of them? Because they did happen a lot. Fixed an issue in Deepstone Crypt raid where players could deal damage to Atrax 1 at an unintended time. Fixed an issue where players could exit the environment in Deepstone Crypt raid, doesn't tell you where. Fixed an issue where players could have Shelter from the Storm permanently applied in the Deepstone Crypt raid. Fixed various issues affecting the Gilded Games version of Deepstone Crypt. Fixed a bug in Deepstone Crypt where players were stuck in suppressed state after crash. Improved health bar rubber banding behavior in the Dueling Car boss encounter in the Shattered Throne dungeon. Good to know. Next, it reads Gambit. Removed Might of the Traveler Gambit weekly bounty. Fixed an issue causing high-value targets to drop more motes than intended. Darn. Next, it reads Crucible. Fixed areas where players could get exit environments in the following Crucible maps. Not max. Exodus Blue, Widow's Court, Twilight Gap, Cauldron. Fixed an issue where Rumble matches were not entering overtime. My word, if I can get my English to work, that'd be great. All right. Next, they go into rewards. Added missing lore tab for the Starfire 7M Dawning ship. Fixed an issue where some quests provided by Eris used challenge iconography but didn't grant powerful rewards. Iconography changed to normal quest branding. Fixed an issue which was causing the Season of the Hunt lure to output lower than expected armor stats from the Coupe de Grace. Celebrate Hunt. Armor now has a much greater chance to be rewarded with a high stat roll. Fixed an issue where powerful rewards from the Season of the Hunt mission, Coupe de Grace, were not correctly gated weekly per class. And then here's some general fixes. Optimized lighting on PC GPUs to help increase performance. And they fixed an issue where clan rosters were not loading properly on PlayStation 5. Good to know. So those are some pretty interesting things that they have changed. Let me very quickly go into our news real quick and see what I got. I know TDO, who's our big news guy, definitely great help. Posts our news every week, and he's got some pretty cool stuff. So it looks like right here we've got a DLC-sized Doom Eternal Monster Hunter World mod introduces the Marauder alongside quests and equipment. It's pretty cool. Oh, wow. I am reading December 4th stuff. Wow. You gotta love it when your phone does that kind of stuff, because I'm not using my laptop, because I'm currently out of internet. Oh, look at this. So, alright. Here's a new one. PlayStation fans upset after PS5 scalper brags about order of 2,000 consoles. So I'm assuming this man just bought 2,000 consoles and are reselling them for way too much money. That's wrong. I'm just going to say that now. I'm trying to load this. All right, there we go. Ooh, gaming the system. How GameStop stock surges 1,500% in 9 months. Wow. So their stocks have gone up apparently. Who knew? Who knew GameStop could be worth anything? Ooh, this one could be good. Rockstar dev file patent for new NPC system that reads like it could be for GTA 6. So good to know. It looks like they're going to have a new... Oh, here. Unsurprisingly, the application also mentions multiplayer suggestions that the next GTA will follow a similar route to GTA 5 and GTA Online. It states, since currently available multiplayer gaming systems are deficient because they cannot provide realistic movements for non-player objects in a virtual world without increasing computational resources and or restricting game development design. A system for managing nodes and node graphics related to non-player characters that provides virtual navigation and management can provide desirable and provide a basis for a wide range of network applications, such as creating a realistic virtual world that is not limited by hardware and software limitations. This result can be achieved according to one embodiment disclosed herein by a node network system. So it looks like they're going to have a new NPC system, which is great for GTA. Ooh, there you go. Okay, that's not important for gaming. I hate to say that, but I don't know why he gave me this one. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. This will be good. Battlefield 6 is cross-gen and will feature 128 player maps according to a leak. Now, don't know if that's true or not. I've also read that they are talking about it. Okay, right here. According to a recent video by Henderson via VGC, Battlefield 6 will be a soft reboot of Battlefield 3 set in the modern era. The new Battlefield is allegedly also set to come to PS4 and Xbox One in addition to the already confirmed release on Xbox Series X and PS5. What's more, Henderson claims that developer DICE has designed some maps with 128 players in mind, made possible by the power of current-gen consoles. The leaker claims that while these 128 player maps will be available, his sources have clarified that Battlefield's 32 versus 32 standard game mode, 64 players, will still be available to play, with players having the option to partake in game modes with a higher player count. I mean, that'd be kind of cool to see, but I'm not exactly sure if that's exactly what would happen. Be cool. Here we go. All the ways you can make your use of your old PS4 or Xbox One. Okay. They've got it very disorganized. Okay. Turn it into a media center. is one of them. So use it for movies and things like that, Netflix and stuff like that. Sell it or donate it. Duh. Sorry, I'm trying to find all this, but they don't have it like. It's not. No, it's not even like notarized. It's like literally like they just bolded it in already white text, so it looks bolded no matter what you do. Anyways, CD Project Red faces a second class action lawsuit over Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I mean, personally, I liked Cyberpunk 2077. I haven't even played much of it, but I thought it looked pretty cool. I like it. I'm not going to get mad at it. I do feel that it was rushed, but I also feel that with the people demanding and getting upset over them pushing it back as many times as they did, they kind of get what they deserve for making the developers come out too soon with the game. Now, on the other hand, CD Projekt Red could have said no dates and just said we had to push it back another couple of months. No date, release date, just in case they had to push it back again. So that is on them too. It's a double-sided coin. It's either the players are evil or we're evil. You know. Let's see. Okay, right here. So, Lucifer Season 5 returned, not on Netflix's February calendar for now. So I guess there's going to be a fifth Lucifer season, but it wasn't on their calendar for some weird reason. Nope, there we go. Nope, it's not what I wanted. So that's all I had really in the gaming news. If you guys are interested in helping us out by finding more gaming news or just helping us give us some ideas for show topics, please post them in the feedback and discussion room for our podcast, and I will give you the actual the name of our room for you guys that are in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, please feel free to join. It is in our description of this podcast. It is podcast feedback and discussion. And then we also have questions for the podcast. If you would like to hear us answer questions on the podcast, anything you could think of. I mean, I've listened to some podcasts that are gaming related, and they have some questions. And I mean, these people are like, I'm talking weird questions. Like, let's see, like they ask like general questions, like for a company that's going to be bought out by Microsoft and go back to working on Halo, why would they need to get rid of their Halo stats archive? You know, things like that. I mean, it's just a thought. I mean, just ask questions. I mean, ask anything you could think of. It can be bizarre, random. What did you eat for dinner last night? What is your favorite food? I mean, just questions. I mean, feel free. Don't have to, but if you would like to, we are always open to answering them, and we're always open for suggestions. So, without further ado, this has been Truth Lives, and we will see you out in the reef.